she took over her friend's car payments, but they took the car back and now they want her to pay the entire remaining balance on the loan. I'm Drew.
Drew who?
And this is the case of the day.
Basically, I was scammed into signing a car agreement, which they came up and said they were going through bankruptcy. And
well, how do you know the defendants?
I know the defendant through my boyfriend, because they're cousins.
Okay, is this your boyfriend here
yes,
with you today?
Damien.
Okay.
His mother and another cousin of theirs, they had was talking about we needed a car. So the mother,
So how long have you known them?
Since November, when I originally got in the car. So
Okay.
that was my first time meeting them. Actually, Joy, I never really met Unique until later down the line. But my first time meeting her was in November of last year, 2013.
And so you enter into a contract with them.
Yes.
Barbara, would you hand me a copy of the contract? Is that the original?
Yes.
Okay, and what's the agreement?
The agreement was to take over the car payments of the car. It was
What kind of car is it?
It was a 2007 Chevy Cobalt. And the agreement was to take over the car payments. It was 24 payments left over on the car and to pay car insurance on it as well. And once the payment was over, the car would be mine.
What amount were you supposed to pay every month on the car?
I was supposed to pay $300 every month.
On what date?
On the end of the month.
Okay, and were you making those payments directly to the defendants?
Yeah, no, I actually have copies as well of all the payments I made. I made it online to the finance company.
So you pay the finance company directly online?
Yes.
Let me see copies of the payments you made. Does it have the dates that you made the
Yes,
payments
it does.
on there? Okay, so the car is still in whose name?
It's in Joy's name.
It's in Unique's
It's in my name.
Okay, you're Unique?
Yes.
Okay, so the car is in your name. So you agree to take physical possession of the car,
Yes.
drive it,
Yes.
make payments on it,
Yes.
maintain insurance on it,
Yes.
but the title is still in your name?
Yes.
Okay, what's the first issue that happens with the car payments?
The first issue, her first 3-4 payments she didn't make one time per
No,
the contract.
you have it in a contract.
And right, it
I
says
have
11/17 that
I
week
have
your
been
first
making
payment
it
was due.
payment on
You didn't make
time.
it until 11/29.
Hold on one second. Let's just go by what's on the contract here. On the contract, it says your first payment will be due the week of November 17th, 2013. Did you make a payment the week of November 17th, 2013?
No, I didn't.
Yes or no?
No.
Okay. The second payment will be due the week of November 24th, 2013. Did you make a payment on that week?
No. That was
That's 2 times in a row you haven't made payments when you're supposed to under this contract, correct?
Yes, it was kind of like I didn't understand it at first. That was for October.
It's really clear in the
Because
contract.
this is
How you
crystal
didn't
clear.
understand
Yeah,
what
I
you
didn't
said.
understand. Excuse me, I'm talking. I didn't quite get it, and I do have text messages that shows that I talked to her and texted her and told her I didn't understand it and everything, and that I will be making the payments, and that would be my last time making payment late.
This is clear. There's no ambiguity in this.
Yes, I was
And
desperate for a car.
Well,
And I gave her a second
ma'am,
chance, Judge.
ma'am,
I gave her a
ma'am.
second chance
Well,
after
we'll
that.
say that then. Don't come in and say
Yeah, I
you didn't
wasn't
understand
trying
what you
to
were
do
signing.
anything. I was very desperate, and when we
Well, you
got
have
the
to say
car
I
and
gave you a chance
everything,
after
The whole
that,
thing.
Tanya.
Come on up, stand up, please.
I still gave you a second chance after that.
And these are your cousins, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing with the beginning first payments, right? Me and her was speaking about it. I went over there to check the car out, look at the car, whatever. And she was saying, okay, I'm gonna need the payment at this time and this time. So she was basically talking to me. She didn't have that conversation with her. And it was a big misunderstanding because I guess I didn't tell her exactly what she said
But
or
the
whatever.
contract did.
So after all that cleared, they was like, she has the text messages saying, okay, we're gonna leave Damien out of it because he's not really, I didn't sign anything or anything. So we're gonna leave Damien out and we're gonna deal with each other.
Exactly.
That's how the first payments got misunderstood because it was me and her talking.
I'm not sure I really buy that confusion. Again, they signed a written contract that was very clear. But please, please, for the love of God, never, ever do this. The title is still in their name. The loan is still in their name. This is a really bad plan. Do not do this. I don't care how much you like that person or how much you trust that person, and they barely know these people. I mean, I guess they're cousins, but like, she didn't know them. And it clearly went south. Now, she was desperate, obviously. This is something you would only do if you were truly desperate for a car. It sucks that when you are desperate is when you need it the most, is when it's easy to be taken advantage of and when it's easy to make the worst decisions you can. Just everything's easier when you got money. it's just everything's easier. And the moment you have a pressing need, you're willing to do all kinds of stuff that in the moment sounds okay, and in reality is really, really a bad plan. So far, things are not looking good for the plaintiffs.
I know already you missed the first 2 payments you were supposed to make in November. Now we're at the end of the month in November, the last day of the month. You're supposed to pay $300. There was an amount paid of $295.
It's 2 of them. It should be another copy of the.
No.
Are you looking for my confirmations that I gave you?
I also have proof from my credit card where I had to make payments as well when the finance
I
company was
have.
calling.
Yeah, you made that $125 payment.
No,
that you
honey,
said in
I
the
made a
contract
$100
you
payment,
was.
I made an $89 payment, and I made a $112 payment.
Math is all in
and
there.
you did not pay the $5
Ma'am, I want you to
payment
step up to the
online,
bench
which
for a
still
second.
makes
I
the
want you to
account
show
behind.
me where on this it tells me what dates
What
you
dates
made
I
payment
paid it.
in November of 2013.
Okay.
Where
it
is that
says
on there?
Right here, the dates from Monday. This is when you make the payment. This is when you get it. November 29, 2013, 224. And then I got a message later after telling her if I had to pay a $5
step back.
fee,
It
and I
says
didn't
it
know
online when she makes it, so how you didn't know? I even printed that out online, Judge.
Okay, so this is evidence I haven't seen, these emails that you submitted, so I'm going to take a short recess and I'm going to review this.
Okay.
All right, so after reviewing the newly submitted evidence by the plaintiff, I have a slightly different view of the evidence in this case now. Because what I see here is the plaintiff actually made every payment for the months that she had the car. And the times that she was late, it was by 1 day. And I also see that perhaps there was a misunderstanding about the initial $300 payment from October, because I see in December she pays an extra $200 to the finance company to sort of make up for that. You have the car, right?
Yes.
Okay. Why did you take the car back, and when did you do that?
The reason I came and got the car back is because she left the car parked on the street. There's no overnight parking. It was parked for several days on the street. She sent my sister text messages saying to come and get the car, and she made it very clear that she wasn't going to pay that much car note, nor was she going to pay the insurance. So by the car being in my name, I don't know her. At this point, I had never seen her.
Okay, so why did you tell them to come and get the
No,
car?
on April 21st, I got a text message from Joyce saying I have good news and bad news, and to call her. And I called her, and she said, well, my sister's doing bankruptcy, and that you can either pay the car off now, or by July 20th, the finance company wants the car.
Okay, you told her she could drive the car for 3 months without making payments, but you needed the car back because of the bankruptcy, right?
No, I didn't need it because of the bankruptcy. We wanted it because she was not making her payments on time,
No.
and my
No,
sister
that's not
does
what the
not
text
trust
says.
you. I got plenty of texts that say you don't make your payments on time.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
No, you don't.
I got it
Okay.
right
No,
here.
you don't.
The issue is she had a 7-day grace period. During that 7-day grace period, it was an extra $25 charge.
You said she was late. How many late fees do you say she incurred?
1, 2, 3.
You're saying that you went to take back a car over
No, it had more to do with just the payments, Judge.
$25 late fees?
Also had to do with her insurance, Judge, and also
I've
the
heard
tolls
enough.
she got in
I've
April.
heard enough. What is your counterclaim about?
We're counterclaiming for the tolls that she ran through.
How much in tolls?
The tolls come to $3,000 after the fines, because they're still racking up right now, because I haven't touched them, because I
What
don't have the
happened?
money to do
The car was
that.
in your
I have
possession.
the-
Ma'am,
I have
would you
proof
hand those
that
to
I
me?
paid the tolls.
And hand me her proof that she paid the tolls.
They didn't get it.
You paid $3,000 worth
And
of
you
tolls?
should have called.
Ma'am, you paid $3,000?
No,
would ask for those, Sonya?
$1.50. If I mispaid tolls, she should, just like they did to
The tolls
get
you
this
paid
car,
were in
they should have
February.
came over there.
Ma'am.
It happened in April. We got the car from you in April, Tanya. The tolls you ran were in April.
Sit down. This is ridiculous. You had possession of the car in February, right?
Yes.
There is evidence here that there are over $2,495 in tolls during the months that you say you had the vehicle.
And I paid them.
First of all, I think the two of you just wanted this car back. The plaintiff has pretty much been paying on time, maybe a day or two later. You countersued for $5,700. Although you took the car back and you have the car, you actually want her to pay the remaining balance due on the car, over $5,700. That's ridiculous, and it's not going to happen. And I can't even believe you had the audacity to come into court and ask for that. On the tolls, however, she owes for the tolls $2,495. On your lawsuit, you asked for $1,845 in car payments. Those are the payments that you made while you had the car in your possession. And I actually now, based on all the evidence, believe that they unlawfully took that car out of your possession. So I'm going to order them to pay you $1,845. That means there is a net judgment in this case for the defendants in the amount of $650. Good luck, folks.
How on earth can you rack up $2,500 worth of tolls in a couple months? Where in the world, where do they live? Where was she driving? And how many times a day? 2,500? It doesn't even make sense. I know that some places have a lot of toll roads, like Florida, for example, lots of toll roads in Florida because there's no state income tax. But like, how much would you have to drive? That sounds, maybe I don't know how much tolls are. I feel like every time I've been on a toll road, it's maybe a couple dollars. I know you can pay, more to do like express lanes sometimes, some places, and that can be $20, $30, depending on where you are. $2,500 in tolls. It's gonna haunt me. Anyway, I think the judge, I would have liked to have heard more about what was in those emails because everything changed after the judge read them. After the judge got those new emails, she came back and she goes, well, actually, I see there was confusion about the contract. And she started taking the plaintiff's side in just about everything, except for the tolls. So something in there must have really, really got her attention. I wish she would have gone into it and told us what it was. And the defendants were shocked. But and asking for the whole balance of the car loan, she was right to let them have it for that. Shady thing to do. They were never going to get it. But, a lot of times you see people's counterclaims. They're just saying stuff so they can counterclaim. Well, you owe me this. And it's some crazy inflated amount. That's just not how it works. Boy, don't ever do this. Don't. Just don't ever do this. Oh, boy. Man, I wish I knew what was in those emails. I wish I knew what caused her to change her mind on this case like that so drastically. Maybe one of you know, how could you rack up that many tolls in a couple months? Do you live somewhere with lots of toll roads? Like, do you live in Florida? And is that how much you spend on tolls? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching with me.